Hi, this is Sandy. Welcome back for your third practice in the Where You Are series. So today we will begin on all fours, hands and knees, in order to get rid of the feeling of being stuck or sluggish, especially with regard to creativity and motivation. So this is the place to start when you want to begin activating the communication between the lower and upper triangles of chakras. So, if that terminology does not mean anything to you, basically what you're trying to do is move energy through your body, particularly the energy centers that house your creative spark, the ability to utilize that, and then express it. So, starting on all fours, come down onto your forearms. So the hips remain in a direct line over the knees, but you're now lowered down onto the forearms. Scooch those forearms so that they come all the way in, resting against each other on the floor. Your elbows are just about underneath your collarbone. And now you're going to inhale to rock forward, exhale, shift back. Inhale, rock forward, exhale, back. It can take a moment for your body, especially your shoulders, to accommodate this movement. Because you've moved the forearms in next to each other and you are lowered down onto them, there is that extra pressure on the shoulder joint. But it is a user-friendly movement, so just ease into it, rocking forward, rocking back, inhaling forward, exhaling back. And as you begin to find the rhythm here, move further forward and further back so that you almost come back into a baby pose when you rock back. And your elbows come in line under your upper belly as you rock forward. Keep going, just a few more. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And then pause and help yourself back up onto all fours, hands and knees. Here, inhale to deeply arch the spine. Keep your breath in. Keep that deep arch and begin to move in whatever way you can find with the back arched, with the breath held in. And when you need to, exhale deeply and round the back, coming into cat. Keep the breath out now in your high rounded back as you begin to move. Again, maintain the rounded spine as you move in whatever way you can access. And when you need to, inhale back into cow, deep arch, keep the breath in, move again. And when you need to, exhale deeply, rounding the back. Breath is held out as you move. And then pause, release that, coming into neutral, all fours. Be sure your toes are curled under so that you can shift yourself back to sit on the heels in rock pose. From this position, inhale your arms straight up through your front space, opening them into a wide V. Exhale, swoop them back down through the front space, let them move behind you. Inhale, arms come up through the front, opening into a wide V. Exhale, swoop them down and back. Do this a couple more times, inhaling up into the V, exhaling down and back. Just keep going, beginning to circulate the energy around you now. Okay, pause for a moment, seated in rock pose, arms at ease. Now we're going to add some level change. So inhale, arms up as you've been doing, and rise up to stand on the knees. Exhale, swoop those arms down and back as you shift the hips all the way back and down, as if moving into baby pose. Inhale, arms up, coming to stand on the knees. Exhale, arms down, swooping back, almost to baby pose. going up and down, finding your rhythm. This is a taxing movement for your quadricep muscles, but the release and the relief on the way down are worth the effort. Just a couple more. And finally, end down in a full expression of baby pose. Forehead to the floor, buttocks on the heels, arms resting by your sides, palms up. Take a breath or two. And then, just for a moment, shift back up onto all fours so you can transition into downward dog for a breath or two. This can be relaxed. Let the heels be high if you need to. Knees can be bent. Even the elbows can be a little bent. Head is hanging, shaking a little if that feels good for your neck. And after a few breaths here, walk your feet forward to come into another relaxed posture, standing forward bend. Just a couple of breaths to transition. And now, as you are in standing forward bend, take a breath in. Exhale to bring the hips all the way down into a squat. Inhale, the hips come back up, shifting into forward bend. Exhale, down into squat. Go up and down, circulating energy throughout the energy centers in your own body. This is what I mean about moving the energy between the upper and lower triangles. So you're shifting from an inversion to an upright posture, shifting from forward bend to deep squat. Keep going. This is a variation of a Kundalini frog pose, where that's exactly what's happening. Moving the body up and down, circulating energy between the chakra system in your body. Okay, so finish in a squat position so that you can shift to sit on the floor with the legs extended straight out in front of you. Hands are by your hips. Feel free to make the hands into fists. That gives a little bit of extra support for this movement. Inhale, press down into the hands and arms to lift the hips up. Exhale, release, drop them back down. Inhale, buttocks up, exhale, and down. These are called body drops, and it's a way to wake up your nervous system, eradicate energetic detritus in your body, in your mind, throughout your system. After about 10 or 12 of these body drops, pause, let everything settle before you come down onto your back. Once you are on your back, arms are resting on the floor, and bring your legs straight up over the hips. Take a breath in, and then exhale to lower both legs about halfway toward the floor and retract the knees into the body. Inhale, straighten them back up. Exhale to lower the legs and draw the knees into the body. Keep going, doing 8 to 10 of these water wheel movements in this direction. And then you'll reverse it. So again, you start with the legs straight up, take a breath in, exhale to bend the knees down into the body, and then extend the legs out at 45 degrees. Inhale, raise the legs straight back up. Exhale, knees bend down, legs reach out. Inhale, legs up, and keep going, circling in this direction now for another 8 to 10 rounds of water wheel. This movement stimulates the front wall of the body, and it's a direct way to activate the second and third chakras. Again, that's part of the lower triangle of your overall energy system. In these chakras are the seats of creativity and inner strength, respectively. Okay, when you have done all of your rounds here, place the feet on the floor, hip width apart, and roll up through the spine, lifting the hips, lifting the back off the floor, coming into your modified bridge. Bring your arms underneath your body, interlace the fingers, straighten, lengthen through the arms, reaching the hands as if moving them toward the feet. Lift up through the hips, release all of that work from your front body. After a couple of breaths, lower everything down. Bring the knees in. Hug the knees in as you roll back and forth on your spine a few times, helping yourself to roll all the way up to sit. So we'll finish with a variation of Sufi grinds that will harmonize that lower and now the upper triangle of energy chakras in your body. You've awakened the creativity that lives in that second chakra, just below your navel, and you've jump-started your drive to work with it by stimulating essentially the abdominal area, your third chakra. And now we want to be sure that the fifth or throat chakra is brought into the mix. This is the home of your ability to express that which you create. So, as you are seated, hands on the knees to help push and pull you through the movement, begin to circle the rib cage to the right. So you press it forward, bring it to the right, let it come back and over to the left. Really ooze and undulate through the waist and the belly and your inner organs as you circle to the right with your ribs. Okay, once you have that rib circling down, bring the head into it. It will naturally circle to the right as soon as you mentally coach it to begin circling. So you've now got the rib cage circling, the head is circling, both moving to the right in a clockwise movement. In this way, you are joining those lower and upper chakras. Keep going for another 20 to 30 seconds. And then pause, coming to neutral, and begin circling the rib cage to the left now. So forward, left side, back, right side, finding fluidity, deepening into the movement. And then add that head circling, now also circling to the left, counterclockwise with both the rib cage and the head. This is one of those movements where it's best to not think, but to allow your innate rhythmic ability to lead the way. Continue this Sufi grind with head circles to the left for another 20 to 30 seconds. And then pause, breathe deeply, settling all of that. Try breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, making your exhale slightly longer than your inhale. Just do that a couple of times, bringing yourself back to center before you ease down onto your back for Shavasana. Remain here, resting, integrating the effect of your practice for as long as you like. Thank you for practicing with me. Until next time, bye.